Hello and welcome to the Blossoming Soul Tarot. So today's video is going to be a little bit different than usual for two reasons. First reason is that I've been doing a few monthly predictions here on the channel. This time I'm going to try out a weekly prediction, so I'm going to be doing the predictions for next week. I hope you like this format. If you do, let me know in the comments down below so I can figure out whether I should do more weekly predictions or not, if it's something that you're interested in. Also, you might notice that my voice is sounding a little bit weird. That's because I catch the cold, but yeah, I really wanted to try out this this weekly prediction. I really wanted to bring this for you, so yeah, I hope you can still understand what I say. I hope my voice is clear enough for you to understand me well. Yeah, as you can see, I have also done something a bit different today. I decided to bring some of my crystals. I really wanted to start with this tarot deck, which is the Light Seer's Tarot. It's one of my favorites. I've used this one on the channel before a few times, but yeah, today I decided to bring a few crystals to help you choose which card resonates to you the most. Each crystal also has its meaning, so it's actually a coincidence, but today I also decided to bring you the Daily Crystal Inspiration Oracle deck that we will be working with later on. But yeah, as usual, I have 3 cards for you. These were randomly selected, of course, and whatever information they have, that is going to be the base for your reading, so to say. So now you just have to choose between card number 1, 2, or 3. The timestamps are down below in the description, so make sure you pause the video if you need more time to choose. Just to give you an idea, if you can't figure it out for the image itself, and if you are not too much into crystals and you want to investigate their meanings as well, this is a malachite, this is a citrine, and this is a moonstone. So yeah, if you know crystals and if you want to have that in mind, and if you have one that is your favorite or one that really resonates with you, then maybe go for that one. But yeah, let me just give you the usual disclaimer. This whole reading may not resonate to all of you. This is a general reading. It's meant for a broad audience, so there might be some messages on the group that you choose that may not resonate 100% to you. But don't worry, just have fun with the reading. Take what resonates, because I'm sure that there are always messages that are meant for us to hear. So yeah, just take those messages and use them to your best interest. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if the reading was helpful to you in any way, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and if you want to support the channel. I have been receiving a lot of support, a lot of positive comments, and I always love to read your comments, because I like to know what you think of the readings, what you thought of your reading in particular, if it resonated, if it didn't, how it was. I always like to hear that. So yeah, don't forget to comment down below as well what you thought. And yeah, now without further ado, let's hop onto the video. Hi Group 1, and welcome to your reading. As you've heard in the intro, this is a weekly prediction. I've never done this on the channel, so I'm very excited to see how it comes up. You chose the card with this crystal right here, the malachite. I'm going to give you a little close-up for you to see it better. Let me see if I can focus it. Yeah, this is a beautiful stone that has a very special energy. I invite you to do a little research on it, because there are so many meanings, and I think that when it's the person itself really looking that up, I think that you will have a better understanding of what it means and how it can resonate to you. Also because there are signs that are more related with the stones, and you will know your sign better than I do, so I think that would be a better option. But what I can say is that this is a very, very strong stone, so I am expecting a very strong reading as well. But we will see. Let me just put the malachite right next to the other crystals that I have right here, and let's see what's your first tarot card. The Tower. Wow, that doesn't surprise me at all, because as I just said, I felt that you were going to have a very strong reading, and yeah, it doesn't surprise me at all that you start with a major arcana, and yeah, a major arcana that is the Tower, which is a very, very important card. Well, I don't know if you've heard about the Tower, but if you've been watching tarot readings, and if this card already came up in one of your readings, you know that this means a very big change in your life. It means a very sudden change. This could be regarding anything. It could be your job, it could be your family, it could be your relationships, and it could even be like within yourself, like your way of seeing a certain thing. So it could be completely different things. I hope that with the tarot we can also find more cards to back this up and to help us figure out what next week is going to look like for you. But from now, what I can see is that there is going to be some sudden change. It doesn't mean that it's going to be a huge change, but it is a sudden change. It is something that you are not exactly expecting, or at least expecting it to happen the way it's going to happen, or at the time that it's going to happen. So get ready for that change. Now let's see what else tarot has for you. So with number 1, what's going to happen next week? Number 1, what's going to happen next week? Okay, we have 4 cards in total, which is what I was hoping for. Let me put it here. I hope this is straight. I always notice that a few of my readings are like a bit like this. And yeah, it's just because on the image here on the camera, it's very difficult to figure it out how this actually is gonna look. But yeah, I hope you can see it clearly. So you have the 9 of Swords. You have the Page of Swords and the 4 of Swords. Okay, so you pretty much only have Swords cards here. You have the Tower first, and then you have Swords cards. And this is a very interesting progression that you have here. I'm going to explain that to you in a moment. But this is a very interesting progression from something that is a bit sad and that leaves you feeling a bit down to healing. So this is very interesting. I don't know, maybe some of you have been through a breakup recently, or are thinking of breaking up with someone, or something that really made you sad happened recently. Because the Tower was the first card, so that makes me think that this might be something that happened already for some of you, and that it was something that was not so positive. And next week is going to be for you to kind of start recovering from it. For others of you, this is something that is going to happen next week, but I don't see that it's going to be a very catastrophic thing. For those of you that what happens next week is something a bit more negative, try not to hold on to it for too long, because from what I can see here, you're going to get over it quite easily, because you are a very, very strong person. many of you, I wouldn't be surprised if you were air signs, because we have 4 swords cards here, and the suit of swords is related to the air element, and the air element is also about communication. So this could be an issue regarding communication. It could be an argument that you have with someone. It could be an opinion that you have that causes a bit of drama. I don't know. Again, it's going to be different for all of you. I'm not a big fan of giving very exact predictions because, again, this is a general reading, as you know, so it's quite difficult to get it right for hundreds of people. Sometimes it's not even easy to get it right for one person, but for so many people it's quite impossible. But what I can say is that you either went through a sudden change, something that you weren't expecting, or you are about to go through that change. But I wouldn't be too worried about it, to be honest, because from what I can see here, you are definitely going to be overcoming that quite well. At first it's not going to be easy, of course, it never is, but I see here that you are definitely going to get through it. I don't know if you can see here in the image, we have a squirrel right here who, despite everything around him is kind of crashing and falling apart, he's looking towards the light. Because no matter what happens, you always have to move towards the brightest light and towards the positive things. And this is the advice from the universe for you. This card could also mean, again, that your beliefs are being challenged, or that something that you think or an idea that you have is coming to the ground. So make sure you stay positive despite what happens. Of course, this is easier said than done, and you are going to feel down at the beginning. If this has already happened, that could be the case right now. Stay strong, my beautiful souls, because this is all gonna end and you're gonna get through it. So you have here the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is about feeling a bit depressed, feeling down, feeling sad, which is what I just said, that of course happens when there is something happening that you weren't really expecting and that it's not extremely positive. It could be that now you are feeling a bit worried and anxious about this whole situation that happened, or again, if this is coming up in the future for you, then get ready, because you always have to go through these moments to then really appreciate the positive ones. So take this as a lesson, take this as a little rock in your path, on your path, and don't get too attached to it, let's say. Don't be too paranoid about it, because beautiful things are going to happen next. You are going to overcome this quicker than you think, especially if you put this positive mindset on, because I mean, of course you have fears, and of course when something happens that you're not expecting and that you don't want to happen, you get scared, you get confused, you get anxious. But fear is just an illusion. Fear is something in your head. It doesn't really exist in the physical world. So try to see fear as something like a trick that your mind is playing with you, and try to see it as something that you can overcome yourself, that you're strong enough to overcome, because it's only in your head. And you are your own boss, so you can try to send those fears away, because as you can see here, there's a person here crying, and there are a few, I don't know, I think these are ravens here, and these are like the fears that this person has. Then you have the Page of Swords, which is what makes me start to believe that this is something that, although it's going to be hard at first, you are going to overcome it kind of quickly, and also because the Suit of Swords tends to relate to something that happens quickly. So that really makes me believe that that is going to be the case for you, group number 1. The Page of Swords represents a young and joyful energy, but as it is the Suit of Swords, this is more related to ideas and learning and seeking for information, being curious. So I think that possibly it could be a good idea, or this could be like an advice from the universe, because I'm looking at this picture, and what really comes out to me, and what really captures my attention is this open book with like sparkles coming out of it. I do think that one of the things that is going to help you get through this situation, for many of you, is going to be reading. Through reading, you are going to find a lot of information about this. Imagine that this was a breakup. You can read a book about how relationships work, how you can overcome a breakup, for example. Imagine that this is about you having an idea that failed, and this is telling you to read a book about creativity, for example. I do believe that reading and seeking information is definitely going to help you get through whatever this is, and really get you to this state right here, which is the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is all about healing. It's about taking a break, figuring things out, getting things together, and moving forward. The Four of Swords always represents a time for renewal, for self-love, for healing, and to rest from whatever happened here. So now I guess you know why I instantly said that you shouldn't worry too much about this, because despite the fact that it's going to leave you a bit sad and a bit down, or maybe it already has for some of you, as I said, you shouldn't worry too much because it looks pretty great in the near future. Yeah, I would say that this would be the main theme for next week. For some of you, this is going to be happening. For others of you, this has already happened. So yeah, I believe that you are now going through one of these phases, and next week you are going to go through the next one. And yeah, this is just the universe letting you know what's the next step to take. So now we're going to move on to our first oracle deck of today's reading, which is going to be the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, a deck that I really like and that I use a lot here on the channel. It was one of my first decks. It was not my first, but it was one of the first, definitely. And yeah, let's see. We have one card. So let's see what we have here. Okay, this makes a lot of sense. So you have Blessed right here. Let me move this up a little bit. And you have Time for a Nap here. So this card, Blessed right here, it really, having in mind the reading that I just gave you, this really makes me believe that whatever happened or is going to happen, despite the fact that it's going to leave you a bit sad, or anxious, or a bit nervous, but I definitely feel like this is for the best, because if you get this card, Blessed, is, as it says, it's about blessings. It's about receiving a blessing, having something good enter your life. So I believe that this change that happened, or that is going to happen, or though it leaves you a bit anxious or sad, or whatever it is, that is for your own good. Although you might not see it just yet, but there is a hidden blessing behind this sudden change, behind this challenge that you're facing, or that you're going to face. But But as you can see, the universe is telling you this is almost like a way of easing you down a little bit, calming you down, letting you know that this is kind of a blessing in disguise almost. Then you also have time for a nap right here, which is very interesting, having in mind that you had the Four of Swords right here. Time for a nap, it usually means rest. It means you taking time for yourself, taking time for your own things, to think about yourself, and to really heal from any situation that is going on. So to me, this is reinforcing the idea that the majority of you already have been through this situation and are now like moving on from this phase to this one, or are around here, and the universe is really giving you the advice of like taking a break and listening to yourself, to your mind, to your heart, and to do whatever is needed for you to heal. So yeah, I'm glad that for most of you this has already passed. And yeah, because again, this really makes me believe that this, for at least 50% of you, already happened. Yeah, I really hope that you can listen to these this advice from the universe and really take that time to heal. And I'm not forgetting about those of you to whom this hasn't happened already. So this is the universe telling you that whatever you're in this phase already, or this one, you can take this advice as well. You don't have to move forward from things right away, right on the next day. You have to embrace that feeling of sadness. You have to embrace the feeling of losing something, because only by understanding it and accepting it, you are going to be able to heal. So this is a very good advice from the universe for you, I think. So moving forward to the Oracle of the Fairies. So group number 1, what's going to happen next week? Okay. Oh my god. Well, this is why I love tarot so much and doing readings for you guys. Remember what I said that really caught my eye on this card that has a lot of things going on. It has a bridge, it has a girl holding lamps and birds and sparkles and a book and everything. And I said that what was grabbing my attention was the book. Well, I guess you can't lie about this. This is amazing. You got look in a book. Whatever your question right now, you'll find the answer in a book. The words you find will bring the insight you seek. Well, I guess that I've said everything already about the book, and I had no idea that this card was gonna come up, but yeah, this is really the confirmation that I didn't need, actually, that you guys are going to find a lot of help through a certain book. That again is going to be different for all of you depending on which situation we are talking about, but definitely reading is going to help you a lot, because the information that you're going to find is going to help you move on, it's going to help you heal, and it's going to help you understand the situation, because sometimes when we are in the situation, it's hard for us to detach from it and understand it from a fresh and objective perspective. So sometimes you really need to read other people's words for you to really understand the situation. And you also have manifestation. Be very honest and clear about what you wish to manifest in your life. Now write it down on paper. Manifestation step 1. Okay, so this really makes me think that this is another advice from the universe, which is telling you to work on your manifestation. So probably this like next week is going to be a good time for you to think about what you really want in your life. What do you need right now? What is going to be good for you? And write it down on paper so you can look at it every day and start manifesting it. Because if you don't look at it as something that is already in your life, it's going to be difficult for you to attract it into your life. So start working on your manifestation next week or soon, because I think this is a very good time for you to work on this as well. And it's probably going to help you heal and find a purpose and something for you to focus on. But then, lastly, I'm going to grab the Daily Crystal Inspiration deck and see what it has for you. Grid number 1, next week's prediction. Okay, we have another 2. So we have the sodalite. And we have the citrine. The sodalite is about truth, is about information, seeking information, and trusting. So it is a very interesting card for you to get. I believe that for some of you, this could mean that there is something that you really want to communicate to someone else. A conversation that you've been wanting to have, but you haven't really had the courage to, or you really didn't give it that much importance. But this card is here to tell you that although it can be much easier to let certain things go unsaid, it is important to have those difficult and even sometimes a bit awkward conversations to kind of express yourself and ask for what you really need, which again comes into this manifestation card right here, which is all about the things you want to attract to your life. So this is an advice from the universe to really have more confidence in your communication, because it is going to be very important next week. I don't know how, but I believe that this is a very important message from the universe. Speak your truth. So keep this small sentence in mind, because it might be important. And you also have the citrine. Bring in the light. The citrine is a card, or it is in this case a crystal, that always makes me think of the Sun card in tarot. If you're not familiar with the Sun card, it is a very happy and positive card. It's an amazing card. It's a beautiful card. It's probably one of the happiest and most positive card in tarot. So this card always reminds me of that. So this is, I think, a very good way to kind of end the reading, because it says bring in the light. So bring in the light kind of reminds me of the beginning of this reading, of this squirrel. Despite everything crashing around him, he's looking towards the light, and that is the key to overcome anything, is to always see the positive. And I think that this is the main message for you from the universe. So don't forget to leave those comments. You will almost 99% for sure you're gonna get my reply, unless that I don't see it for some reason. I always try my best to reply to all your comments, because yeah, I love your support, and I love knowing what you thought was good on the readings, what you thought resonated, so I can really understand how you see the readings, because I am here doing it, but I have no idea how you receive them. So that's always something that I really like to know. And yeah, thank you so much for being with me today, and I really hope to see you on the next video. Bye. Hi Group 2, and welcome to your reading. As you heard on intro, this is a weekly prediction, and this time I brought some crystals for you, and you chose the citrine. Let me give you a little close-up of the stone you chose. Yeah, there you go. This is a beautiful stone with a lot of reflexes. I absolutely love it. It was one of the first ones that I bought. So it's really special to me. This is a very special stone. It is all about light and positivity. So if you want to know more about it, I really advise you to do a little research, because yeah, I guess that's better than me spending a lot of time explaining it right now. But yeah, I just gave you a little idea of what it is about. So if you're interested in crystals and if you want to know more about the stone, make sure you do a little research on it. So now let's see what's your first card. So you got the Five of Pentacles as your first card. This is a card usually about someone that is struggling with something, especially financially. Doesn't mean that it's going to be the case for all of you, but it usually means financial struggle of some sort. For some of you, it could also be that you are feeling left out somehow. This image really represents that. It represents someone in a room that they can't really get out. Well, they actually can, because they have the key right here, but they don't come out because they know they're going to be kind of humiliated. So I don't know if you have been feeling like this lately, or if this is going to happen next week to you in some way. If this is the case, then I am really sorry, and I hope then that you can get through it as quickly as possible. It could be that you are a bit worried about something as well. So if you are a bit stressed out, or if this is going to be the case next week, if you're stressed out about your finances or anything in your life, or if you're feeling left out somehow, you kind of, the universe is telling you that you have to find a way to almost counteract these energies, these negative energies. And you are here being asked to reclaim your personal power. And I think that is going to happen through positivity. Positivity is going to be the key for all of this. The positivity to seek for opportunities. The positivity to seek for something good for yourself. Imagine if you are feeling ostracized, and if you are feeling left out, if you have been struggling in something in your life, you shouldn't be, although this is the easier path to go, you have to stop looking at yourself as a victim. You have to stop that mindset of fear and isolation and not being able to move ahead, because as you can see here, you have the key. You are the only person that can make yourself move forward. This could mean that although you have lost your job or you don't have a job currently, you have to figure out a way, because there are a lot of jobs in this world, and I'm 100% sure that you're going to find one. You just have to want it, and have the guts to keep looking, because it's there. It's just waiting for you to find it. And this works for everything else. This is just an example. I'm not going to be here like telling you every single example that there is for this situation, but this is about you not seeing yourself as a victim and as that you're helpless, because you have the key for the solution of all this situation, all these negative feelings that you're having. And this is the universe letting you know that it's time to stop thinking this way. Let's see what else the universe has for you. I believe some very, very interesting and good advices, because this is a very strong message. It's a message about, and this is curious because you chose the citrine. This is a message about looking for the light in things, looking for the positive and not being there just looking at the negative things. That's a very, very good advice from the universe, and I believe that so many more are coming right on the next cards. Let me see, I'm just looking for another card. Yeah. So you have the King of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Star. So yeah, you're definitely victimizing yourself a little bit and not really wanting to see that you have the power to do things here. You are not a victim. You are not someone that is helpless. You are not someone that is isolated. And even if you are any of these things, you are the only one capable of helping you get out of that situation. And it's interesting that you have the King of Pentacles right here. King of Pentacles, which is the same suit of the first card that you got. It represents strength and security. And I'm saying that this is interesting because this card is about not feeling secure. And all those negative feelings around it and isolation. And the King of Pentacles is all about security and comfort and prosperity. It's the complete opposite of this. So I see that this is not something that really keeps you from doing things. It's mainly your head. It's your head that's putting you into this place as much as you are right now. Because this King of Pentacles really makes me think that this is a matter of mindset. This is a matter, for most of you, it is a matter of you seeing things from a different perspective and really transforming yourself into this person right here, the King of Pentacles, which represents patience, determination, a confident person, a person that is comfortable and secure of herself and her things and everything, person that really goes for their goals in life, person that is surrounded by prosperity and success, really. So you have to dream, you have to think about your potential. You have potential to reach this state and to be happy and to feel successful and fulfilled in all areas of your life. And I believe that if you change your mindset, you can really become this person and leave this negativity behind. Then you also have the Lover's card right here. The Lover's card can mean a huge number of things. And again, it's going to be different for all of you. I think that this is the most subjective card that is here, because it can mean that you will have to choose between two things. You could have to deal with dualities or trying to find some kind of harmony. I feel that for many of you, this is about harmony. It's about finding harmony in your life. And it could also be about friendship, unity, and love. So for some of you, this could be about a relationship. I don't know. You will know it better than I do. And for others of you, this will be about looking for that harmony in your life. I think that is going to be the key for not just for now, not just for next week, but for the next few weeks and months. Because this is a major arcana card, I feel like this is stronger than just next week. I feel like in general, the universe is telling you that you need to find that harmony in your life. And with all these cards, the universe is really telling me and underlining really the fact that all this negativity is in your head, or most of it is in your head. You can solve it because this is the person that you can become. It's in your head. It's about mindset. You need to find this harmony, and you are going to find this harmony in your life. And then finally, you have the Star. The Star is a very positive card. It's about expectations fulfilled. It's about wishes granted, opportunities, hope, inspiration, and really knowing that you are doing the right thing, that you're on the right path. So I only see good things coming for you next week and over the next few months, actually. So I'm very curious to see what we can find on the Oracle decks. First of all, we have the Wisdom of the Oracle. Let's see what it has for you. Welcome to next week predictions. By the way, if you hear some noise on the background, I have a construction site very close to my house, and I'm trying to cut those parts off the video, but yeah, sometimes they make noise and I'm not expecting, so you might hear it a little bit, and I'm so sorry about that, but yeah, there's not much I can do about it. You would be hearing it from anywhere in my house. And yeah, I really wanted to give you this reading. So despite all the little things, I still really wanted to do it, and I really think that it's gonna work out anyway. But moving on, you have a leg up, and you have time for a nap. This is very interesting because group number 1 also got this card right here, time for a nap, which is all about resting and renewing your strengths, and it's almost like a time of not taking action, but it's really temporary, and that's what the universe really wants you to be aware of, is that you should be like this, but only temporarily, because it is going to help you if it is for a short period of time. Which is interesting because with this card right here, I really think that you might need that time to stop and really think about things through and understand that certain things, although it might be easier to say that, oh, I can't do nothing about this, because that way you have an excuse for not doing anything, actually. But if you realize that you have the power to change at least something, doesn't mean that you have the power to change everything, because sometimes we don't, but you always have the power to change something. The least you can change is your attitude. You can, for example, change your way of looking at a certain thing, your attitude towards something or someone. So there's always something that you need. There's always something that you can do. Then you also have a leg up, which is usually about cooperation and help. So I believe that there could be someone close to you, or not in some cases, that is going to help you see this, that is going to help you see that you can do something. This person might be already in your life and might be already telling you these things. This could be a friend of yours, it could be your partner, someone from your family that is letting you know, like, you have to, like, look up and understand that there are things that you can do to change your situation. So yeah, really, this is the universe really telling you to trust those people and to listen to them. Then let me grab the Oracle of the Fairies, which is the one that we are going to get through next. Okay, you have one card already. was quick. Let me see what else we can get. Okay, that's a lot. We're going to take the first one, as I always do. Oh, 2 purple cards. How gorgeous. So you have, let me try to put this a little bit straight. Yeah. So you have lost and found, and you have friendship. Okay, it's very interesting that you have the friendship card right here, having in mind that you have this this card that we just talked about, because I believe that your friends and the people that are close to you and that love you are going to be essential in this situation that you have here, in which you will need someone from the outside to really tell you, like, don't be like that, don't think that way, you have to think more positively, you have to do something, you have to act. It says, as I'm starting with the friendship card because I think it makes more sense, let me just say what it says right here. Fairies and humans alike need friends. Now is the time to seek out those who will support and encourage you on your journey to fulfill your dreams. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense with this leg up card. So yeah, don't forget to go to your friends for advice and for help, and to really listen to them. Then you also have lost and found. What was once lost is about to be found, thanks to the lost and found fairy. Sometimes she can help us find things we never even realized were lost. I think that these things are not physical things. For most of you at least, this is about a part of you that you felt that you lost, or that you felt that you're no longer that way. But if it's something positive, I believe that that can come back. Maybe someone or some situation took that positive part of you away temporarily, but this is the universe telling you that you are going to be helped to find that amazing part of you again. Now, moving on to our last deck, the Daily Crystal Inspiration. Group number 2. What's going to happen next week? This first card came out so strongly that I'm very curious to see what it is about. Let me see. Yeah, I think it's more or less straight. So, first card. I usually use this deck for more specific messages. I don't love specific messages, but it is always good to end a reading with a message that you can keep on your mind when you end the reading. So the first card was Lapis Lazuli, make a decision. The second one was the Pyrite, let the money flow in. Okay, so the Pyrite, let me go to this one first. This is weird because I'm used to always go from left to right, and it's the second time I'm going right to left, but this one really caught my attention actually, because the first card that you got was the Five of Pentacles, and you also had another Pentacles card right here, the King. The Pentacles cards are usually about money and finances. So for some of you, this situation could be about money and finances. So I guess you have to really change your money mindset a little bit. I think that's what the universe is trying to tell you. And this card usually means that a financial breakthrough is on its way, and that you have the power to create the wealth you desire. And I feel like here you are not on that power, while the King of Pentacles is on that power. And I think that if you put in the time and energy needed to pursue your financial goals, your hard work will definitely pay off. So again, I was sure from the beginning, and this even makes me even more sure about it. This is all about your mindset about things. And for most of you, this is about money. This is about finances. This is about your career. And the universe is really telling you that if you work hard and you put in the effort, you are going to create beautiful things. And I definitely see that because you have the Lovers, which really brings me that sense of harmony. And you also have the Star, which is a very, very positive card. So I only see good things coming up for you, group number 2. You just have to believe it and you have to make it happen. You cannot wait for things to come up to you. You have to take action. And you also have lapis lazuli, make a decision. So for some of you, this whole thing could be about making a decision. And not making that decision is kind of making you feel a bit stuck and feel a bit isolated maybe. I don't know. Because decisions are something that no one really likes to do. We try to avoid them. We don't want to make a decision. And of course that you always have to like contemplate all the options and think about it and not make a decision right away. But the thing is, when you start feeling trapped on a certain situation and you can't really decide or make a choice about something, you start to really doubt yourself and feel insecure, like you can see here, because you don't feel confident enough to make a decision. But this time for a nap really tells me that you probably need a little bit of more time to make that decision, but you can't stay there forever. You have to make that decision and take that step. And probably, as this is a prediction for next week, this can mean that you either only have next week to think about this and then make a decision, or that you are going to have to make this decision next week. So yeah, I guess this is a great message to end the reading. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give me that thumbs up and to comment down below what you thought of the reading, if it resonated, if you enjoyed it. You know, I always like to read your comments and I always try my best to reply to all of them. I love to see your support and your comments about the reading. So yeah, thank you so much for being with me again today, and I hope to see you on the next video. Bye. Hi group 3, and welcome to your reading. As you saw in the intro, this is going to be about next week. You chose the Moonstone crystal. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about it because this is all about the cards. If you are interested and if you like crystals, I advise you to make a little research about the Moonstone, because if you chose it, it could be for a reason. And what I can tell you is that for me, this is a very mysterious stone. So you might be quite mysterious people. Which makes me think that this is going to be a very interesting reading. Being a mysterious person is not something bad, by the way. Being a mysterious person just means that you like to kind of keep certain things to yourself and not give it away instantly, which is good. So let me just give you a little close-up of this beautiful stone, which I'm not sure if you can see it, but it has little sparks of black. I'm not being able to focus it right now. Let me see. I don't know if you can see it like this. There are a few little dots, black dots. And that's why I always say that this stone is very mysterious to me. So maybe you want to do a little research. I'm also trying to start studying more about stones. I have a new book, so I'm very excited to dive into it. But right now, let's see what is your first card. 8 of Cups. Okay, so the 8 of Cups usually means that you are leaving something behind that no longer serves you. It's all about letting go and really releasing something that you no longer need in your life, that you don't want it to be there anymore. If you have been feeling stuck lately, this is a sign that you really need to move on, and that you really need to get away from that stuck energy, let's say, and that it is time to finally walk away. It's time to pursue a new dream, a new reality, a new opportunity, something in the lines of that. I'm not 100% sure what this exactly means. It's going to be very different for all of you. I think this is a very general information and a very general card, but I hope that tarot can help us and give us a few more hints on this situation. And that's why I'm gonna grab it right now. Let's see what more information we can get about next week for group number 3. Okay, I think you got an extra card. Yeah. All groups had 4 cards in total, and I think you're gonna get 5. So, you have the Queen of Pentacles, the 3 of Wands, the Justice, and the Strength card. Let me try to line them up here. Let me try it like this. I think this is more or less okay. Yeah, okay, so you have Cups, you have Pentacles, you have Wands, you have 2 major Arcana cards. So there are definitely a lot of messages here. So there are probably a lot of different people on this group, which could also mean that there is a bigger potential for many of the messages here not being, not resonating to all of you. But again, as I always say on the intro, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And just believe that if you chose this group, it was for a reason, and you are about to figure out why you chose this group. So we already went through this 8 of Cups. Now let's see here the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is a very beautiful figure. I really like the Queen of Pentacles. It really transmits security and safety and confidence, and I feel like it's someone that you really feel comfortable around. You feel so good around this Queen of Pentacles. This Queen of Pentacles could represent you, or it could represent someone else, but this is, you will be the best person to tell me if this is more like yourself or someone that you aspire to be, or if this is someone close to you. But the Queen of Pentacles is a healer, is someone that helps you get to where you want. It's a very, very strong person, a very strong woman, and it really helps strengthen the family, the community, all the friendships around her. Is someone very generous, very nurturing. It's a beautiful figure. It's a beautiful soul, beautiful personality. So I don't know if you are leaving behind a more negative person that you see yourself as, and that you are trying to become this woman right here, or if there is someone in your life that is helping you, or that is going to help you leave a certain situation or thought or idea behind and move on to something better, because you can see the sun right here in the horizon. So you're definitely going towards something better and leaving behind something that you no longer need. And this is probably someone that is helping you achieve that. I think that can be the case for some of you at least. But I'm feeling such a vibe from this card right here. I don't know, but I guess you will know better than I do what this card means for you, what this person means. Who is this person? Is this you? Is this someone that you want to become? Is this someone in your life? What I know is that this is a very important card in this reading. I'm still trying to figure it out why, but I definitely know it is very important. And you also have the Three of Wands here, which I feel like is a very important card regarding the fact that you have the Eight of Cups right here as well. And that is because the Three of Wands is all about new opportunities. It usually also gives me the feeling that you are going to travel somewhere or move somewhere. So that could be the case here, that you are going to move to another city or another country to pursue a certain dream or opportunity. And that is either going to be happening next week, or something is going to happen next week that is going to lead you to this situation right here. What I can see is that everything that you dreamed of and that you wanted is being manifested, and that you just now have to kind of wait a little bit for the results of your effort. You have to stay patient, just like the Queen of Pentacles. You have to be patient because you have two cards right here that are really looking at the horizon. So good things are really right around the corner. You now just have to be a little bit more patient to see them unfold. But I see a lot of opportunities coming your way. I see you being a very ambitious person and really trying to improve and move into the right direction. And I really see that progress here, which is very good. I don't know in which state or situation you are right now, but this is the way it's going to unfold, more or less. Then let me move on here to the two major arcana cards that you got, which are the Justice card and the Strength card. The Justice card is usually about the truth, about seeking for the truth, about balance, about justice, pretty much. But for me, I see it more as balance. I see it as truth. I see it as mostly fairness, and really having a fresh perspective and being objective about things. So I really see that you are gonna receive these opportunities and the situations that are coming into your life quite well, because you are going to be helped to balance all things out and really seek that those good experiences, because justice usually asks you to learn from your past experiences, all of them, and take it all in and grow from it. And I see you really growing here and moving towards a new direction, moving towards a new path, and really progressing in your life. And this card is here to tell you mainly that this whole energy is not about doing things perfectly, it's not about getting it right on the first attempt, but it's about fairness, it's about honesty, it's about you keeping your integrity no matter what. Because even if you change to a different city, to a different country, if you do a different job, if you try to be a different person, it doesn't matter what you do as long as you try to keep your honesty and your integrity, because that is going to help you to still be the same person deep down. But in general, I would say that this Justice card also just means, also in like a simpler way, it also means good karma coming your way, which is pretty much what I see here. And besides, you even have the Strength card, and the Strength card is all about courage, about strength, about just being strong in situations. And looking at this reading, I see that you are a very, very strong person, that you are a very strong group of people, group number 3. And I mean, this is a very interesting reading. And again, I think exactly the same that I thought in the beginning. There are going to be a lot of messages here, so just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I usually only say this in the intro, but sometimes I feel the need to really reinforce that idea, because some readings are more like that than others. Some of the readings are a bit more specific, and some of the readings are all over the place, pretty much. But let's move on to the first oracle deck of today, which is the Wisdom of the Oracle. I've used it a lot of times here on the channel. I really love this deck. It usually never fails me to, it always kind of helps me understand things a bit better. And I hope it does the same today, because this reading is all over the place. And the cards as well. So let me try to put them straight, or at least try. They're not straight. Now they are straight, I think. Yeah, they're okay. So you got breathe, and you got serendipity. Okay, so it doesn't really surprise me that you got breathe, and especially if you look closely, the expression on this woman's face and this one are very similar. So I believe that the main message of this card is that you have to stop for a little bit and breathe. You have to be patient, just like I said the Queen of Pentacles is, and just like I saw here on the Three of Wands, that you are now going to be waiting for things to unfold a little bit. This is also about waiting. It's about going slowly and taking small steps, and it's also about trusting. It's about trusting on what's coming. So yeah, and to trust on the universe, really. Then here you have serendipity, which means that you've stepped into alignment with great things, that you are going to make your dreams come true. And I think this is such a beautiful card. It's a card about opportunity aligned. It's about opportunity and readiness. So as I saw here, there are definitely opportunities coming your way, and I think that the Justice card and the Queen of Pentacles really tells me that when that opportunity comes up, because you were waiting for it and you were patient, you are going to be so ready for to embrace this opportunity. And I think that just there's a lot of luck and good fortune and just amazing things, good karma again, really coming up in your life very soon, group number 3. This is very, I think that just like I said, the Moonstone wasn't here for no reason. I told you right at the beginning that the Moonstone is a very mysterious crystal for me, and I was expecting this reading to be a bit more mysterious and you to be more mysterious people, and I definitely got it. Because this is a very mysterious and interesting reading. It has a lot of messages, and I believe that you are going to understand them even better than I am, because there is a lot going on here. But especially, if I had to sum it up, I would say that there are opportunities coming. You just have to be patient and wait for them to come up to you, because when they do, you are going to be 100% ready, because the universe is definitely on your side on this. And the first thing that you are going to have to do is to understand that you have to leave behind something that no longer serves you. Now let me grab the Oracle of the Fairies to see what else we can find out about next week, group number 3. This doesn't mean that everything is going to happen next week. It just means that you are going to be in different stages of this situation. Some of you might be already waiting for this opportunity. Some of you are leaving something behind. Some of you are embracing this opportunity. So it's going to be different for all of you, group number 3. But there is definitely one of these things happening next week. Try to grab another one. There was no need for that. Wow. So we have new beginnings. And we have nature signs. So, new beginnings. This fairy godmother heralds the joyous news of a new baby or the birth of a cherished idea. Protect and nurture your ideas as you would a baby. So, this opportunity for you might be about an idea that you have, about something that you want to do. So, protect that idea, and maybe it's not the time to tell everyone, but just those that you fully trust. Because you know that people, even sometimes it's not for the worst reasons, it's for the best. They try to help you, but they're not really helping you. So prepare yourself for that new beginning that is coming, and protect the ideas and the goals that you have. And you also have nature signs right here. Be receptive to the subtle messages from nature as you go about your day. Nature talks to us continually. We need only open our hearts and minds. So I think this is just an advice from the universe that is trying to tell you to pay attention to any signs that happen around you. Sometimes, I don't know, it could be a bird, it could be someone saying something, it could be, I don't know, it could be so many things. And you have to pay attention to the moment that you are in, that you are living, and what is happening around you, and try to put everything together and understand, and figure out if there is a message being handed to you. So yeah, I think that there is not much behind this card, much more information. I think this is really, again, just the universe telling you to pay attention to your surroundings. And finally, we are going to the Daily Crystal Inspiration deck. I really like to finish readings with this deck. I don't do it all the time because then it would be boring, but I try to do it from time to time because as these are quite short messages and quite obvious messages, I think that it's good to finish up with this crystal deck. And I love crystals. I think they're gorgeous. So yeah, why not? So yeah, we got 2 cards, just like I wanted. We have the Aquamarine, Go with the Flow, and we have Lapis Lazuli. Group number 2 also had the Lapis Lazuli, and it makes sense that you have the Lapis Lazuli as well, because it's all about making a decision. I see here that you are leaving something behind, and that is a very big decision for someone to make. So yeah, I really see here that you have been wanting to either make that decision a long time ago, and yeah, the universe is really telling you that it is time to make that decision. Of course, you need to breathe and you need to wait and have patience, but then it comes down to that time in which you have to make that decision and not be like dwelling on that information and all the situation. Because otherwise you're going to be stuck and you won't be able to make that decision, and to receive all these amazing opportunities that are coming your way. Also, I think this is a very important card and very interesting message, and a very good one to finish the reading, which is Go with the Flow. I see here with the Serendipity card that things are just going to be aligning at the right moment for you to receive this opportunity. So just have patience, and trust yourself, trust the universe, and go with the flow. I think this is the best last advice that the universe can give you for next week. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna end the reading right here. Group number 3. Thank you so much for being with me today. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. Don't forget to like the video. And also, if you wish to, leave me a comment down below letting me know what resonated. If you enjoyed the reading, and if there is something that you want me to do differently, because I always like to read your comments, and I always try to reply to all of them. And thank you for your support. So yeah, again, thank you so much for being with me today, and I hope to see you on the next video. Bye.